Hello everyone, students of Vocational High School, Grade 12. It's been a pleasure to meet you in this platform virtually. Let me introduce myself. I'm Ignatius Lama, English teacher at SMK N12 Bandung. Well, on this happy occasion, I would like to explain to you, students, topic about having a job interview. Well, at the end of this presentation, students are able to write a script of a job interview. So that is the objective of this presentation. There are six main points that I want to explain to you. First is about the process of getting a job. Second, things to do before having a job interview. Third, things to behave during a job interview. Fourth, questions commonly asked in a job interview. The fifth, things to do after the job interview. And the last is summary. Now let's come to the first thing, the process of getting a job. Students must understand that the process of getting a job will be first, you must write an application letter and CV, and of course, with enclosures. And then first, if you are successful in submitting the application letter and CV, etc., you will be invited to do what we call psychological test and academic test. And then if you are successful in doing psychological tests and academic tests, then you will be invited to come to the job interview. Next stage or next process is having medical checkup. Yeah, so industry or company wants to know whether you are a healthy person or not. And the last process is getting a training. And if you are successful, means that you will be hired to be the employee of a certain company. The next things that I'm going to explain is about things to do before the interview. And this is very important for students after you graduate from vocational high school. What to do before the interview? First, you do research. Research about the company, of course. You need to know, you try to get much information about the industry or the company you are going to apply for. And don't forget to practice the interview because, by doing practice again and again, you will be familiar with the questions and of course with the answers. Next, what to do is you must be prepared. Yeah, take for example, with the clothes you are going to wear, in the interview, and then everything. Maybe about the location, never come late to such kind of important moment. The next thing to do is know your strengths because during the interview you will be asked about your strengths. So you must be ready. You must be able to explain. The next thing to do is think about the weakness you've overcome. Okay, sometimes people find it difficult to express about the weakness they have. But this time you will be asked about your weakness. And don't forget, if you say about a weakness, you must be able to overcome. And you must dress for success, meaning that, well, what to wear, okay, but the clothes you are going to show in the interview, okay, you must prepare everything, but the dress. And don't forget, to keep smiling, but not too much, of course. When you are in the interview or during the interview, okay, here are things that you have to behave. Yeah, first, of course, you must dress appropriately. Yeah, as in the moments before, okay, you must prepare with the dress you're going to wear. Yeah, of course, you must appear neatly as well as your hairstyle. Then greet the interviewer correctly. Okay, you may say in Arabic or maybe in Indonesian, but don't give a greeting with many senses or many expressions, like when you are presenting before many people. Sit properly. Okay, you may browse in the internet, try to get much information about how to sit properly during the internet. During the interview. Um, Let the interviewer speak first. Do not speak before the interview. Do not speak much, before the viewer speak. And after or at the end of the interview, don't forget to leave a good impression. Meaning that, you must behave nicely to the interviewer. That's all about how to behave during the interview. And here are the questions asked in the interview. There are about 10 standard questions that you must be familiar with. And here are the links that you can open and find the information in it. Take for example, the first question, the common questions is, tell me about yourself. And this question is meant to get, the response from the interviewer. The interviewee about the personal identity, qualification, and experience. So three things you can uh, I mean, express as the response to these questions. The next question is, what are your strengths? This question is meant to get your response of your positive attributes related to the job. Next, what are your weaknesses? As I have already explained, you must be ready to express your weakness, but never forget to give explanation how to overcome your weakness. The next question is, which adjectives would you use to describe yourself? If you're asked with this question, answer with positive, work-oriented adjectives such as conscientious, hardworking, honest, and courteous. For example, if you say, I'm an honest person, explain why being honest is important. The next question is, what do you know about our company? Yeah, to answer this one or this question, research the company before the interview. Yeah, so that you can tell much about the company. Next question, why do you want to work for us? The same as above, research the company before the interviewer. Say why you think it's a great company. The next question is, why should I hire you? To answer this, point out your positive attributes related to the job and the good job you've done in the past. Include any compliments you received from management. Next question is, what past accomplishments gave you satisfaction? To answer this question, briefly describe 1 to 3 work projects that made you proud of or earned you pats on the back, promotion, raises, etc. Focus more on achievement than reward. The next question is, what makes you want to work hard? If you are asked this, focus more on achievement and satisfaction. What type of work environment do you like best? To answer this, say like, I like working alone, or I like being part of a team. And this is the two condition of work environment. The following question is, why do you want this job? Say what attracts you to do the job. Avoid the obvious and meaningless such as, yeah, because I need a job. And you must know about this question. How do you handle pressure and stress? It is very common in industry that people are working very hard so that maybe they will get stressed. So you must be honest to express the way you are doing to avoid getting stressed or pressure. Take for example by, doing exercising, relaxing with a good book, socializing with friends, reading comics, watching TV, reading magazine, taking a nap, etc. And this is the common question, but very important in our daily life because almost in every day, we are facing a lot of problems in life. Explain how you overcome a major obstacle problem. Yeah, so you must formulate how or the way you overcome problem in your life. And if you are familiar with the problem solving, then industry will be very interested with you. Next question is, where do you see yourself in 5 or 10 years from now? Industry wants to get people who have a vision, ambition. So they like to get visionary, what we call visionary people. So you must be familiar with what we call the careers, in the industry. Yeah, so that's the way to answer. The next question is, what qualifies you for this job? So explain your skills, experience, education, and other qualifications. Whatever you can do, you can express. And this is very important because, we Indonesian people, usually don't like to respond the last question like this. Do you have any question? You know, if you're asked this, you must be ready with maybe one or two questions. By answering, yes, sir. Okay. You can ask about the training program for the new employee, and then you can ask about work schedule or maybe career advancements, etc. But of course, do not ask about personal matters which do not relate to the job uh, situation. Okay, now come to in short, the kinds of questions asked in the interviewer. First is WH question, and the second is yes no question, and then can be polite questions or requests, like the examples mentioned. And uh, number 5 is the things to do after the interview. What to do? Here are things you can do after the interview. Ask how you should follow up. Okay, um, you may ask the interviewer, okay, what to do after the interview. Maybe the industry, yeah, will give you further information about the result of the interview. And second, get your interviewer's contact information. You may give your phone number, or you can ask, uh, his or her phone number, just to get further information, the result of the test, the interviewer, the interviewer test, and get some distance. Yeah, do not come close, to the interviewer, because you are not more than the new person coming to the industry, yeah, who have different activities. And analyze how you did. Okay, whether you have done best or not. Yeah. Supposing in answering one or two questions, you do not answer properly, so you can try to remember for the next interview, when you get another chance, to have interview test. Okay, you can prepare it better. And how you felt about the company? Yeah, you will find different situation or condition in the company, and then you can have any good impressions on it, and then you feel that well, if I am accepted in this company, I would be very comfortable. Yeah, I like this kind of company, like for example like this one. Then write it all down. Okay, you make a note, whatever you find or you experience during the interview. Ask your recruiter to follow up and write a fantastic thank you email. Yeah, you may say thank you, not maybe not with the email, but you can also do it with personal message. The This is the exercise, take for example, you can fill up the blank space said by the interviewer. If the the interviewee answer like this, I had 3 months on job training at PT and Persero. Then I was a team member of electrical department at PT Global Electric Company in Batam for 1 year. Yeah, so you can, after studying, the material above, the previous material, I'm sure you can answer, yeah, this incomplete conversation. Then the next, what is the best question? Uh, which the answer is my name is Alpha, and so etc. And this is still the exercise. Well, before we come up to the end, let me make a summary that the content of a job interview relates to what you write in application letter and what you write in CV. And what are they? Their personal identity, educational background, and the last is experience. Those are things usually commonly asked in the job interview. Well, I'm afraid that's all for today. Thank you very much for your attention. Goodbye.